You almost have to feel for the propagandists and puppets on networks like CNN, man. Everything is coming apart and they have no idea what to do. I mean, there doesn't seem to be a way for them to report what is actually happening in the world and keep whatever credibility that they think that they still have, right? Every single case against Trump is coming apart. And they can't just blame right-wing judges and Republican boogeymen, but they'll sure as hell try, man.
Delay. But also, we should note Special Counsel Jack Smith really has voiced some serious concerns, if not animus, toward this judge.
Yeah, absolutely. And there may come a time when he tries to get her removed from the case. But at this point, that's premature. What Jack Smith knows tonight, though, is that it's very possible that he may not be able to bring either one of his federal cases against former President Trump before the election. And the election is a significant point on the calendar because if Trump is reelected, he can have Jack Smith and both of his cases dismissed. Now, here, this case, the classified documents case, postponed indefinitely. But the other prosecution that Smith has brought, the January 6th case, also on ice while the Supreme Court contemplates if Trump has presidential immunity. Now, in their arguments a couple weeks ago, they signaled that they're not likely to toss that case out, but they might toss it back down to the trial court for more litigation, which, again, that's why it would make it impossible to bring before the November election. Obviously, we're here in Manhattan for this criminal case. The other one outstanding is the RICO case down in Georgia. But again, it goes back to the strategy of delay. By trying to have Fonnie Willis and Nathan Wade removed from the case, they successfully likely pushed that until late in this year. And it's very difficult, again, if Trump is reelected, to put him on trial down there. So this long game that they've been playing to try to delay everything, overall, has been successful. The one case that is going forward is what was always considered kind of the runt of the litter, the least consequential.
You know, they're already hedging as much as they possibly can on the Stormy Daniels hush money misdemeanor nonsense. They say it's the runt of the litter, it's the least consequential. And honestly, if it keeps going like it's going, it's going to end up in an acquittal. And I've said it before, if they drag that man through all of this nonsense and they get anything other than a conviction, you might as well just swear the guy into the presidency right there in the courtroom, because that is exactly what's going to happen. People are wising up, and that case is not going well, but it is going, at least, and it's starting to look like, starting to look more and more like it will be the only Democrat election interference scam to actually make it into a courtroom. There's an appeal now happening in Georgia. The Supreme Court is involved with the January 6th case, and now the documents case is on indefinite hold to make it through a truly insane level of pretrial issues. Some of them really, really, really serious stuff. Things like the FBI mishandling and maybe even manufacturing evidence. The government themselves essentially planting the boxes at Mar-a-Lago. They're the ones that had custody of the stuff to begin with. And Jack Smith himself misleading the court in his filings. But these are serious issues. But CNN, they're not able to face it yet. I mean, I think they're going to have to get there.